How's it going, guys? It is DevsBooth here today, and I'm going to show you something cool, and it's called the crit swap.
That's the spirit.
Basically, to sum it up, you shoot out your gun, you switch to a different gun, and the crit destroys the boss right away. Today we are Mayhem 10, and you see Grey Board, and I know in my last video showing my OP build that a lot of people were a little skeptical, a little opinionated on it. This time, however, we fly through the boss, and there's nothing bad you can say about it. At least that I could think of. Anyways, to start off, you do need a particular shotgun. The one that I'm using is the bang stick, and as you can see, it actually has 18 pellets. That's important, as each little pellet, depending on where you hit it, can do a crit bonus. And that's the important thing to have. This gun, I have found variations of like 9, 13, so the higher you can get, the better. And the second gun you need is the Unforgiven, and as you can see here, it has a plus 400 and some crit damage bonus to it. And with this particular setup, you don't actually need any other guns. However, if you want to take an extra one, in case you want to have to break down shields, which I'll show you something close to later, that is important. The shield we're using, the main important part is the action end skill. It's the same thing with our grenade, and that is the plus 50% incendiary and shock damage. You can get whatever element you want. And then for the class mod, which I was just stumbling on, the main thing you're looking for is actually the passive effects, and obviously depending if you're boss farming, that too. And then for the artifact is, again, for the passive effects. This is a non-DLC build, as I don't have the DLC. Obviously, if you have the DLC, there's plenty of better stuff, at least for the artifact and class mod. But I'm just showing you that this is something that anybody can make, anybody can get. It just takes a little bit of time to farm the items, but that's not really a problem. And what we have here is basically buffs to our weapon damage, magazine size, and gun damage. Those are the important things. And now the important thing is the class setup, the skill setup, and we are using Fadeaway with Gorillas in the Mist. There we go. Now we're using Fadeaway, which has higher crit damage, and with Fadeaway you won't be targeted as much. Gorillas in the Mist with the bonus crit damage for the duration of the action skill, and then Unblinking Eye, which makes it so that the class is basically set up to have a bunch of crit damage, a bunch of gun damage, ways for your pet to sort of take aggro, you to not take aggro. It's basically super buffed up on your crit. And then with the action skills set up and then the specific skill set up, you're able to make it so that you're able to fire off a bunch of your pellets, and you're aiming specifically for critical hit spots. But if you're in Fadeaway, and again, that also plays into the action end skills of the bonus damages, it doesn't matter where you hit, primarily, everything's going to be a critical hit damage. And then with the gun, if you pay close attention to it, you can always go back and look. It actually does fire 2 shots per shot, or 2 ammo per shot. And we were able to keep rapidly firing the gun because with one of the skills, it's one of the important skills. If you land a crit, you have a percentage of a chance to respawn the ammo in your clip. It's leave no trace. It's in the red skill section. I'm not sure what you actually call it. And so each shot that we have on this particular gun, the bang stick, the one that we have again, you have a one. If you hit the critical hit spot, you have a 30+ chance to reload the ammo. And you have, with each shot you do, it bursts into 18 pellets. That's 18% or 18 times the 36% chance. It's basically, as long as you keep landing the crits, you're going to be able to keep reloading the gun. Or no, keep firing the gun, not reloading, because with this gun, or with the loadout, is as you fire the gun, you keep hitting the stickies, which I did make a little point out earlier was, sorry, as I'll show you in a little bit, you want to make sure that you have it on sticky and not impact so that the pellets don't explode as you keep firing. And then at the end of your fadeaway or whenever you deem necessary, you can switch to the other gun and all the pellets will start to explode, and that's what causes a bunch of critical hit damage. That's what keeps everything going. And due to our skills, we're able to quickly reload, where our action skill is able to quickly respawn, regenerate. And I'm making a point out here where, make sure to switch between sticky and impact. I made a mistake for a good while there, keeping it on impact, and that really did set me back. Currently it is the mild and mayhem events, so I'm not able to choose any of the hard or medium, super hard, or very hard abilities. I'm not sure, really, any of the mayhem variations. There is one in particular called Holy Crit, which does less gun damage, but you're able to do more critical hit damage. And then the other one that's important is Big Kick Energy. And then for the rest of them, you can just choose ones that don't really affect you or the enemies too much. But again, we're on Mayhem 10, and we're plowing through the bosses, super easy, super quick. You can see in the bottom right hand corner, my gun, even though it does empty, it's able to quickly get back in that ammo to keep it going, to quickly go through the bosses. Another important thing to have is the Gunslinger Jabber, as that gives you a plus 5% critical hit damage. And then, as you saw when I was going through the skill tree, to have the Get Frenzy, to have Frenzy, where the more stacks you have, the more damage you do, and that's basically the whole point of the loadout. Anyways guys, that's the video. That is the overpowered crit gun kill on the Mayhem 10 bosses. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be sure to keep putting work into finding the best loadouts for your Borderlands 3 character. And I know we're level 60 now, and in a few days we'll be able to have those plus 5 levels. So that will change up the loadout that we have. And when that time comes, I might do an updated video. Honestly though, there's not really too much that we really need for the loadout. We have things for a little bit of bonus health. Honestly, you could take it out of the extra health and put it into Frenzy. That'll do you a little bit better, but the way it is right now is it's working fine. We didn't go down, no death. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.